alternative for the Front Range.
You gotta open up his eyes to the music.
94.3 The X.
Marla is in the studio for the entire 8 o'clock hour, taking your calls, answering questions about pretty much anything, relationships, health, career, pretty much anything, right?
Money, animals, spirit animals, number sequences. We can talk about, eclipses that are coming up, whatever you want to ask about. I know a little bit about astrology. I'm not an expert, but you can call and ask questions about that, like your sign, what your zodiac sign means, things like that. But first, we're going to talk about numerology.
Yes, people with birthdays today. What year are they in?
So that means your birthday today is the 24th of February. You are a Pisces, in case you didn't know that. And some people don't. They don't know their sign, and that's great. This is the forum to call in and find out what you are and who you are. Mm-hmm. Your numerology year this year is an 8, which is a really, really good year. So that means last year you were in a 7. Next year you'll be in a 9 because they run from 1 to 9 and then back to 1 again. So in an A personal year, this is your year of personal power and achievement. You can get what you want this year, so be realistic and specific. It's all about self-empowerment and regaining and putting your 7 year, which last year you were in more introverted mode, into this is your debutante year where you're coming out and you're saying, here I am, world. It's like going from cocoon to butterfly. And so it's prosperity. It's being a whole new version of you. It's like just people really loving you, loving your energy, you loving the world. It can be a really, really good year. Great for business, great for personal achievements, and even setting goals.
Nice.
Great year. Rewards are very likely in this year.
Awesome. Very cool. The 8 year. Happy birthday, if that is you.
Pisces. And if, just in case you were wondering what type of crystals were good for you, amethyst, sugilite, and fluorite.
All right.
Those are good crystals to wear or have around your house or things like that because they help feed your energy.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah. Well, if you would like to talk to Marla, give us a call for the entire 8 o'clock hour, 1-800-595-2943. Someone was calling just a second ago but hung up. So if that was you, call back, 1-800-595-2943, 1-800-595-2943. When you do readings on people, you use a tarot deck, right?
I do a little of both, yes.
A little bit both.
It depends. If I'm doing energy work, which I call Reiki, I am just tuning in through your aura because my hands are on, around your head and your shoulders and your arms and legs. But when I'm just sitting here like talking to you or listening to people's voices through the radio or the airwaves, I'm using a tarot deck and I'm also just tuning into what my guides and angels say. It's kind of both.
Okay. Awesome. Very cool. All right. People are calling in 1-800-595-2943. 94.3 The X. Who's this?
This is Robin, and it's my daughter's 23rd birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. And she's out of the country, so I wanted to relay to her how her year's going to be.
Oh, okay. This is for Robin. She's 23. Well, first of all, you heard me say this is an 8 year, so she's going to have a really good process.
I can't hear.
Oh, you can't hear me or you can't?
No, I can't hear you.
Okay. Do we need to turn it up a bit?
It's up. Maybe just...
Okay. You want me to talk a little louder? Does that help?
That's a little closer.
Okay, let me try moving the mic. Okay, so she's in an 8 personal year, which is a year of prosperity. Rewards are likely. It's a year of huge self-achievement, huge growth. I'm going to flip some cards and see what I get for her as well. Okay. New beginnings. Let's see. Is she involved in any legal matters at all? Because I've got some legal cards and or relationship issues.
She's looking to go into, what's the word? Refugee law, like international law.
Okay, good. That looks really, really positive. I would encourage her to do that if it's an interest. And I also feel that a lot of it is just her own fears or worries, whether she'll be good at it. But they're saying she's very good at it. She will be successful. This is a year to start that goal or to really pursue it heavily. It looks like a really good year. I don't pull any negative cards at all. I pull just tell her to be patient. She is coming out of a very quiet year into something very positive. It looks like a great year. Just tell her it's it looks good, and just not let fear be her guide. Let love be her guide.
Okay.
Okay?
And she met someone since she's been abroad. Do you see him?
So there was a relationship issue. Okay. Do you know his first name, or can we just tune in to Mr.
It's Morgan.
Morgan. Okay.
Morgan from New Zealand.
Oh, nice. Okay. I'll just look at those two on a teeter-totter. It's very early stages. He's interested, but he feels to be quite the wanderer, quite the, not with women, but like he's not ready to get tied down yet. And maybe she isn't either. But I do feel that there's a friendship. There's an underlying foundation of friendship that they really get along. But I don't know if it's going to go anywhere further than, I don't see it like marriage. I don't see that yet. It just feels to be a really good connection, someone she can trust, vice versa. It's good. It's a healthy relationship. It's not something where I would say, oh, don't pursue it. It's just, it's too soon to tell if it's going to be, anything very serious. Okay.
That's understandable.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
They're young.
Yes.
All right, thanks. It's 94.3 The X. That must stink to hear that as a mother.
Well, yeah,
you're like,
New Zealand, that would be a long way away. You wouldn't see your child that often.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 94.3 The X. Psychic Marla Mitchell in the studio. You want to talk to her? Give her a call right now. 1-800-595-2943. 1-800-595-2943. 1-800-595-2943.
And while we're waiting for calls, we do have an eclipse coming up. And we talked about it last week a little bit. March 8th, we have a solar eclipse at 18 degrees Pisces.
Okay.
So, and then 2 weeks later, a full moon lunar eclipse, and it's going to be in the very early stages of Libra. So, yes, if you're a Pisces or a Libra, it is likely that you will feel the effects of this eclipse. Now, the closer it is to your birthday, the more you will feel it. Also, if it touches or is near one of your natal planets. So I know I'm getting really into astrology here. And the only way you're going to know if it's touching another natal planet, like say Mercury or Mars or Venus, is to look at your natal chart. So I'm going to give you a website that you can go to, and you can do your own natal chart for free. You don't have to pay someone. And you can type in your own, you can type in 50 of your friends and everything, put in everyone's birthdays, and you can look at different charts. It's awesome. astro.com.
Nice.
Astro.com. And you can put in your own birth date, birthplace, birth time. Time's important.
Very important.
And get your natal chart. And then you can, and it gives a little self-taught. You can click on different aspects on the chart, and it'll tell you what it means to have Venus in Libra or Scorpio conjunct Pluto, and it'll give you a little reading right there, and then you can also look and see where the eclipse is going to hit.
That's awesome. Astro.com.
Yes.
Very cool. We have a couple people calling at 1-800-595-2943. 94.3 The X. Who's this?
Tara.
Hey, Tara. What's your question for Marla?
So I separated from my husband a couple of years ago, and I've stayed legally married to him to help him through some health issues and then some other issues. And I worry about him being unstable, but I'm ready to move on with the next chapter of my life. And I just want to know if it's okay for me to file for divorce and move on.
Okay.
Or if that's going to affect him negatively if I do that.
That's a very common question where one of the partners is wanting to leave, and then the other one is sick or gets sick or has a crisis. And then, of course, you feel terrible if you were to leave, right? Because the guilt would be horrible, and what would people think of you, and blah, blah, blah. So,
yeah.
So can you give me, if you want to make a fake name, give me the name of your spouse, your husband.
Matt.
Okay. All right. And so you think, or you feel that he's in a better place now, and you're wanting to know if it's okay to file the papers?
Well, he's actually been in a bad place lately.
Okay.
But I have someone new in my life, and it's been 2 years, and I want to move on. I'm just worried about the stability of his mental health.
Okay, I understand. Okay, I'm just flipping some cards. Okay, it's what I thought. So it's very kind and loving and compassionate to take it slow when you're when you're going through the ideas of wanting to separate, whether it's in a long-term relationship, a marriage, or anything like that. It's compassionate, it's kind, it's very thoughtful too to take your time, because you don't want to jump into something like this, irrationally. So it's been 2 years, and you had a lot of reasons for delaying it, but ultimately, like I would tell anyone who is a parent of adult children, you can't rescue, fix, or heal another person. What's going on with each of us is our own lessons, our own life lessons, and we need to learn our lessons ourselves. Now, it's great to be supportive, big difference, but you can't fix, heal, or change anybody. They have to want to do it themselves. I understand that you're worried that mentally, if you file, he may go off the deep end and have an episode or whatever we're concerned about here. You can't prevent that. I mean, part of what's going on too is he may know, and people are very intuitive, okay? He may know that he's keeping you at bay by keeping his own illness or issue or disease going on. Do you know what I'm saying? Sometimes people use it to manipulate others. I'm not saying he's doing that, but people have been known to unconsciously do that. They'll stay sick so somebody won't leave them. You understand? Okay. Just like kids get sick so they don't have to go to school. My daughter always had a stomach ache on test day. Okay. So people will create a scenario where you won't leave them. They'll act like they're going to hurt themselves. They'll make themselves literally sick. I mean, physically sick, so they don't have to go through this. And then it keeps the other person stuck. So if you weren't afraid, so close your eyes.
Okay.
If you were not afraid of this what if outcome that you're so afraid of what Matt might do, if you weren't afraid, and if you just trusted the process, spirit, the universe, and yourself, what would you do?
I would file.
That's your answer. You understand? When we take fear out of it and we get the answer that clearly, that quickly, then that's your answer. And you just need to trust that spirit will take care of him, or that he will then step up to the plate if he knows that you're not going to be there. Because he's going to have to do it eventually. You understand?
Right.
I mean, he knows, and you know, eventually this is not going to work. And so at some point in his life, he's going to have to deal with life without you. Might as well start now.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, thanks.
Don't want to creep you out or anything, but we're feeling the vibe right now.
You gonna listen to all that new rock alternative?
And I think you like us.
You wanna split it?
94.3 The X. Front Range Alternative.
Psychic Marla Mitchell is in the studio. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Yeah, we're having mic issues,
Yes,
but we'll get it fixed. I don't know why they keep getting quiet.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Maybe they get readjusted because other people don't know how to talk into a microphone.
Oh, that could be.
And so they just like turn down the levels. That stinks though, because
if you can't hear me, let me know, folks.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's you can give us a call at 1-800-595-2943 and talk to Marla about pretty much anything you want. 1-800-595-2943. 94.3 The X. Who's this?
Hi, this is Diane.
Hey, Diane. What's your question for Marla?
Well, I have a couple. I wanted to find out about my career, if any changes are going to be coming up this year.
Okay.
And also, I know everyone has a guardian angel, but I wanted to know if there is a specific spirit that's watching over me.
A specific spirit. Okay. First, I'm going to do career, because I was already flipping the cards. Wonderful. So just for, because the cards are kicking up, the sign of Sagittarius and the sign of Pisces. Are either of those you?
No, they're not.
Okay. Then you need to practice patience. There is a new beginning, a new start coming. You're right about that. So oftentimes people come to me and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so restless. I just feel like I'm on the brink of some huge change. And let me just say that when you feel that way, trust it. And also, the closer the change gets to you, the more restless and antsy you feel. even if you don't know what it is, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So there is a change coming. You are wanting it. They're asking you to be patient, so it's not on top of you yet. If I had to say the timeline, it feels to be, well, it's not too far. It feels to be between April and June, July. It's a J. I'm going to say July. So late spring, early summer, there's an opportunity there that's going to present itself for you. It does show the Wheel of Fortune. This is going to be good money, a good opportunity. If there's anything else, I got success. And what are you afraid of? Are you afraid you don't have the skills, or what? Why are you so apprehensive about it?
Well, that's exactly it. Yeah, I don't feel that because I don't have a college degree, and so I feel like I don't have the skill sets to put myself out there.
Now I'm gonna use a nice word. That's crap. Okay, so I don't know if you heard last week, I told a real quick story that I was back in my corporate days. I went for a management job. I did not have my finished degree yet. I was still in school, in college. I was an older person in college, but I was still in college. And I went for a job that was up against a person with her master's. Guess who got the job? I did.
Oh, wow.
Because I was enthusiastic and I was willing to do, I was volunteering up there at lunch. It was in the same company, but just a different department. So don't let a college degree, not having one or not having finished, be your judge. If it says must have on the application, then okay, yes. But if it says experience required, or if there's anything that gives you a loophole, go for it. You understand?
Okay.
Especially you have to believe that you deserve it.
Well, I believe I do, but I still have that, black crow on my shoulder, telling me no.
Yeah, so don't look at your age, don't look at your degree or non-degree. Look at just what you have to offer the world. And if this is your passion, then go for it, because Spirit wants us to be living and doing our passion. Right?
Okay. Right.
And if it's your passion, then who's to say, that someone or something's not going to help you get that job?
Right.
It's just about the faith in yourself. Mm-hmm. Now, you do have a spirit guide. I wanted to kind of jump to that real quick. I noticed when you mentioned it, and I felt the energy in the room shift to two things. I felt a Native American over here. Molly's like, really? Over here in the corner. Feels to be male, full headdress. Full like warrior type. I don't get names very often, at least not yet. But I do feel there's a Native American, and he's in like dancing around the fire. Just like what we always see on the good old westerns. But definitely doing some kind of wonderful, powerful Native dance. And then I also saw on the right side of the room a large cat, and it's there's no stripes on it. So it is it's like a female lion, and it might be a mountain lion. It could be a mountain lion feels more likely when I say it. So it's a mountain lion. So you have two spirit guides that are showing themselves today, a Native American male warrior, and then you have a mountain lion over here on the right. Okay?
Okay.
You can Google mountain lion spirit guide and see what it says. And then a Native American, you're on your own. I don't know what his name is, but if you've ever had any affinity towards Native Americans or their traditions, you might look up some of those things or try some mantras or anything like that.
Yeah, okay? I have like maybe 2% Indian in me.
Okay. Well, that doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be your, in this lifetime, ancestral roots. It can be just an uncanny desire to learn more about Native Americans, or just to be really drawn to sweat lodges or the drums, the beat of the Native American drum. There could be something or the flute, things that you're interested in that may be steer you towards that culture. So, just something you might think about. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Diane. It's 94.3 The X. Who's this?
Jeremy.
Hey, Jeremy, what's your question for Marla?
Actually, I'm just I'm thinking about moving, and I'm just kind of wondering if that's honestly like a good idea.
Absolutely not. No, I'm kidding. Let me tune in. Let me just see. So you live here locally in the Colorado area?
Yes.
Okay. You're not calling in from out of state. Okay. Let's see. So you're wanting to move. I'm pulling right now. Aries. Are you Aries, yes or no?
I'm not.
Okay. I also pulled Libra.
Close.
And okay.
No, I'm a Taurus.
You're the Taurus. I got Libra and Scorpio. Nice. Well, you are going to move without a doubt. Because I pull those cards, I pulled Aries, Libra, and Scorpio. And along with Ace of Pentacles, so there's either a new job waiting for you somewhere else or an opportunity coming in. The Aries card is about you being more Aries, which is be more assertive. Okay. Now I know you're Taurus, and so Tauruses, they have a hard time with change sometimes because they like their security. You know, they like their feet on the ground and they like to feel very secure and solid. And so, just trust that there is something good. It's divinely guided. I got what I have dubbed the God card or Spirit card, and it's called completion. So that you are complete here. You are done here. And so there is something that you are being pulled towards. And then if you're not in a relationship, it involves a relationship eventually, and it pulls you. That's the Libra, and then it pulls you into the Death card, which is Scorpio. The Death card means major change, new beginnings, cocoon to butterfly. So you are absolutely going to be moving this year. I have no doubts about that at all. I'm also, there's going to be drama involved with it because I pulled a little bit of Pisces card in there just now. So what's your fear and worry? What's the drama?
It's just kind of like I kind of bounced around from like job to job, but I'm just kind of like ready to get out of Colorado.
Okay.
And I have an opportunity to go, but I definitely feel like it's going to cause some conflict between my parents.
That relationship. Okay. Well, you know, you're a grown adult, right?
Yes.
You're not 16. Okay. You know, sure, my daughter moved to Florida and took the grandkids with her, and I was not happy. But kids grow up. Kids move. Kids, you know, baby bird flies the nest. So as much as your parents aren't going to like it, it could actually be good for the relationship is what I'm getting. Do you understand that?
I do.
Help you be more independent, help them. It just feels to be good. And it absolutely is going to be very beneficial. So if you just let mom and dad have their say and throw a hissy fit or whatever they're going to do, but just say, I need to do this. And it has nothing to do with how you feel about them. You just need to go and be yourself, be independent, try something new. Just tell them that. And if not, they don't like it, have them call me.
Perfect.
I've been there. I understand. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so you have a new job coming. If I gave you a timeline, feels to be fairly soon. It could be before summer.
Wow, that's quick.
Do you have a job lined up?
Okay, perfect.
Okay, all right.
Okay. All right, thanks, Jeremy. Bye-bye. It's 94.3 The X. I take that as I don't know, but it sounds like he needs to move.
Didn't want to say. Or,
yeah. Maybe he was at work listening.
That could be too. Yeah.
It's 94.3 The X, Front Range Alternative. Psychic Marla Mitchell is in the studio. If you want to talk to her, give her a call, 1-800-595-2943. People have also been sending us messages on Facebook. If you want to do that too, maybe you can't call in, shoot us a Facebook message, 94.3DX.
Our music is your music. Listen as much as you like. 94.3DX, Front Range Alternative.
So we got a couple Facebook messages. I'll start with, she didn't give me an alternative name, so I'll go with her name, Dolly. Love that name. She wants to know what her personal numerology year is and also what her spirit animal is. She was born on April 28th.
4/28. Okay, so that is a 5 personal year. And the 5 personal year will last, so it's on right now. It's like a full moon. It's going to be March, April, May, where it's going to be the brightest. And you're already feeling the 5 energy. Now, the 5 energy it can be very scattered, very chaotic. It could be a year of just all over the board. And so what you're learning in a 5 year is to be flexible, spontaneous, and go with the flow. The good thing about that is you'll learn to be more patient the other, the years that follow. But you can also, in a 5-year, do a lot of traveling. So change is very imminent in a 5-year. Chaotic, craziness, spontaneity, people changing your plans at the last minute, travel. It's all good. You're just learning to be in the moment. So it's a great year to be in a 5-year. Your spirit animal, wow. It's a little tiny bird. I want to call it a canary. I don't see little birds very often. I usually see big birds like eagles. This is like a canary. So if I were you, I would look up canary or small bird and just see what it says to be a canary or bluebird. Well, no, it's yellow. It's a canary. Yeah.
Okay.
I was trying to make it a different color and said, no, it's yellow. So that's got to be a canary.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, cool.
A canary. It's a 94.3 The X Front Range Alternative. Another message from, let's see, Joanne. She is wanting to know how her father is doing. He passed away in August. And I don't know if you can help out with this one, but she wants to know where if her dad knows where her diamond earrings are.
I don't know about her dad, but maybe I can help her find them. Did she give her dad's name or anything?
Oh, you know what? She didn't.
Okay. Well, I'll just call him Joanne's dad. Interesting. He's fine. What happens a lot is when we first pass away, physically leave the body, all of those terms, we go into a review process. And by that, I mean, we literally kind of look back, take the time and look at all the people we helped, all the love we gave. And we also kind of look at the opportunities that were missed where we could have given love or forgiveness or any of those forms of love. And so he's in review. I do feel that he's going to be in that just for a little bit longer. Sometimes we're in review for, several human years, but it doesn't matter. He feels fine. As far as diamond earrings, I feel like you had them on your person and then you lost them. Like being on your person, like did you put them in your purse or it feels like they're not in your house. They feel to be like they were on you and then they're off you. So I don't know if sometimes I'll take earrings off and I'll put them in my purse. And sometimes they may fall out, or you might check up old purse or an old backpack or something like that. But it's weird. I don't feel it in the house. Interesting. Unless you're carrying that. Maybe it's because you're carrying that purse right now or that backpack. Maybe. I just don't feel that they're anywhere around you per se. So they might be lost. They might be gone. I'm sorry.
Stinks.
Yeah, it does.
That really stinks. It's 94.3 The X Front Range Alternative. We also got another one from Jacob. He's wanting to know where his job is going to take him. And also he said that, I guess maybe he called in the past and talked about he and his wife getting, having another child. Yeah. And he wants to know if there's any changes with that.
Oh, that's the same. Okay, I do remember someone calling in. I'll look at that first. I feel like a pregnancy is coming sometime, I'm going to say before midsummer. So it feels like in the next 6 months. If you're not busy, get busy. Put on those boxer shorts and get busy. Okay. I don't know if everyone gets that idea, but anyway. So, Jacob, it's coming. And then the other thing is, where is your job going to take you? Okay, I got Taurus energy, which is security. There is a change. There is a change coming in how you're going to do your work. There is going to be a choice involved, and it's a new beginning. You're going to love it. Yeah, I got Ace of Pentacles, new job. So absolutely, there is a new opportunity presenting itself for you. It could absolutely be, it doesn't feel like it's a change in companies as much as it feels like to be a promotion or something that you create. So I would suggest that if you're really thinking about making a change, focus on that. Now, this eclipse coming up on March 8th, this is when you want to start something new, change a habit, quit something, start a new job, leave a marriage like we had earlier. This is really, really prime time to start something new right now up and through the eclipse on March 8th. So if you're wanting to go for a new job, try for a baby, anything. It's very beneficial right now. The planets are in your favor. So, a new job is imminent.
Perfect.
Yes.
Awesome. That was for Jacob. If you want to send us a Facebook message, do so. Send it to the station's Facebook page. Just look up 94.3 The X. People calling in at 1-800-595-2943 and 94.3 The X. Who's this?
This is Helen.
What'd you say your name is?
Helen.
Helen. Okay.
What's your question for Marla?
I'd like to know what my spirit animal is.
Oh, man, I got it right away. It's an elephant.
Ooh.
It's a beautiful elephant. I hope you like them.
Awesome.
Now, elephants is one of my. I've had an elephant lately in my life, like the last year, a newer one. So, spirit animals come and go. We have one we're born with, and then we have some that come and go depending on what's going on in our life. And this is fairly new for you. Elephants are all about intuition, spiritual enlightenment, guidance. So, there's a lot more to it, but you can Google spirit animal elephant and see what it says. But it's a beautiful elephant. It's not a real big one. I'm going to say it's probably a female, but definitely an elephant.
Awesome. Okay.
All right. Thanks,
Very
Helen.
cool. Thanks. It's 94.3 The X. Who's this?
Aaron?
Hey, Aaron. What's your question for Marla?
I just kind of wanted a cold reading and then to know my spirit animal.
Okay.
The spirit animals are coming back.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
They were huge early on back in the fall, and then they kind of died away. Okay, so cold reading. And can you hear me okay? We're just checking the mic here.
It's a little quiet.
It's quiet? Okay. I'll try and talk more directly into it. Cold reading. I've got Leo card and Taurus card. Either of those yours?
No.
Okay. So then they're asking you to be strong like Leo the lion. They're also saying that there is a transformation coming for you this year. It could be it's a leap of faith being asked, a burden lifted, a new behavior. Very interesting. It's more about your behavior. They're wanting you to be better at standing up for yourself, have better boundaries. No means no, yes means yes. This may be hard for you. Are you a people pleaser?
Yeah. Actually, my husband hates, I don't like to make decisions, even about what he wants for dinner. I'm like, whatever you want,
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, and sometimes it doesn't, because I can be that way too. But they're saying be more specific, be more, if he wasn't around, this is how I make a decision sometimes. If my husband said he doesn't care and I said I don't care, okay, well, if he's not here, what would I make for dinner? Or where would I go to eat? Or what movie would I watch? So that's what you need to do. Take him out of the equation. If he says he doesn't care and he really doesn't, and he wants you to choose, then don't worry about, he may not like that. Choose what you want, because that's what he wants to know.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So, and do that with everything. Quit trying to do what everyone wants and try to please everybody so they like you, and just choose what you want, because that's making you be more. It's like having more of an identity. Who I am. This is what I like. This is what I don't like. And there's nothing wrong with that, with being your own personality. It's right. It's not really good for us to go with the crowd all the time. It's good to be who we are, an individual. Okay?
Okay.
And speaking of which, your individual spirit animal looks like a zebra.
Ooh.
And if you know anything about zebras, that's very ironic that came in, because zebras are known to look alike, right? But if you study zebras, every one of them has their own unique pattern of stripes.
Yeah.
They're individual. They're different. You need to read the zebra, because that's weird that just popped in when I tuned in and then I was telling you to be different. You need to look up zebra and see what it says, okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Aaron.
This is where the music matters. 94.3 The X. Front Range Alternative.
I've got a weasel. That is so amazing because they're adorable, I think.
They're very cute. And, I've been seeing a weasel all morning in the studio, and every time I wanted to give it to somebody, it disappeared. And then after we got off the air this last time, the weasel came back and ran across my desk here, and I'm going, is it Molly's? And then it seems
very
weasel. Yeah.
Interesting. And it's one of those, obviously not one that has been with me my entire life.
It just started.
Right. Now, is it the beaver? I don't know if you remember. The beaver has been with me, or
that was last fall.
That was last fall.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I still have it with me? Can you tell? No.
It feels to be like observing, like turning over the reins to the weasel.
Yeah.
Like, have you got this? Okay. And
Here you go.
Here you go.
Awesome. Well, people are calling in wanting to talk to psychic Marla Mitchell at 1-800-595-2943. We'll get right to it. 94.3 The X. Who's this?
Yes, hi. This is Willow.
Hey, Willow. What's your question for Marla?
Well, my question is, I wanted to know a couple of things. One is, I wanted to know more about the personal year that she talks about. What year am I?
Okay.
And then my other questions are what she sees maybe for career and finances, and if I'll ever have true love or relationship.
That's a lot to ask. Okay, let's look at the year first, and we'll see how much we can get in, because we want to give everyone a chance here. What's your birth month and day?
It is June 25th.
6/25. Okay.
Yes.
So you were in a 4 personal year. A four personal year is, as I've said before, a work your ass off year. So things are gonna get really intense May, June, July, if they're not already. It's gonna start building, and you're just gonna be working very hard. And it could be just normal stuff, but people are gonna expect more of you, and they're gonna be putting more responsibility on you, and they're gonna be more demanding. And so it can be stressful. So what I always tell people in a 4-year, you're building the foundation. If you picture that you're building a house and you're going to pour the foundation first, you do want to give this year a lot of importance. And so what you do work on, make sure it's valuable to you and it's important. And you do put that energy in it because you're building your foundation.
Nice.
But the other part of it, too, is you need to make sure that you get your rest. So don't feel like you have to do everything. Don't be a people pleaser. Just kind of tune in and say, okay, this is important to me. This is something that I feel I really need to pay attention to, this person, this and that. But be very picky with what you choose and make sure you get your rest because you're going to need it. Okay? Okay, and then the other thing you want to know more about, if career is going to change, pick one or two, career or love. What do you want to know?
I'll do relationship.
Your relationship. Okay, let's see if you have a love relationship coming. Okay. First, you need to work on your self-esteem. Like we all do, you have to let go of the past. You have to work on your confidence and believe that you deserve love, that you are worthy of love, no matter what has happened to you in the past. We all have that, baggage. We all have stuff that we've been through, and we all have to heal it and let go of it. It's not going to come right away. I'm getting hangman energy. So hangman means be patient, keep working on yourself. So a good way to explain this is when we're in a difficult place with our self-esteem, like attracts like. So if you were to draw somebody into you now that matched your energy, he would also have similar or low self-esteem issues, okay? So what they're saying is if you want to bring in someone that is more lasting, because you said true love, which the card I pull here is true love, the last card, then you want to work on yourself and get as far as you are able to, letting go of your past, loving yourself again, being very confident, being very good at communication and all these things, so that when you have shifted, you will bring in someone who either matches that new energy or slightly above it. You don't want someone who's going to match who you are now, because I get that you're not in a really good place right now. Okay?
You're right.
Okay. So work on you. If you need to go to therapy, if you need to get energy work done, if you need to meditate, if you need to exercise, eat right, whatever you need to do to get yourself back in balance, then do that. Really work on your stuff so that when you have shifted, you will bring in a really good partner. And there is one out there. Yes, you will have what you call true love. Okay?
Right.
All right. Thank you, Willow.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. It's 94.3 The X. Who's this?
Randy.
You said Randy?
Yes.
What's your question for Marla?
Yeah, I just had a question. It was what I will be doing for my career choice.
What you'll be, like you want me to give you something specific, like you're going to be a nurse or a doctor or a lawyer, or that kind of thing?
Yeah, something like that, just because I have
If I could do that, I'd be a millionaire. What are you leaning towards? Let's go to that.
More of something in accounting.
More in accounting. So let's just see if that's something with numbers and accounting, statistics, things like that, bookkeeping. You want to know if that's a good match? Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Let me just check that out. Hold on. Okay. So definitely you want something that okay. There's a saying, it's when you're working in a job, it's not always wise to do what you're good at unless it's your passion. So you can be good at something but not like it. Mm-hmm. So you need to make sure that what you're choosing for a job is something that is your passion. And then you can grow and get your skills better at that, right? Does that make sense? So It looks like accounting or bookkeeping or working with numbers is your passion because I pulled a passion card. And I wanted to just ask, is that true? Mm-hmm. Okay, so continue working on that. I got the Tree of Life, which shows growth. So I do show growth and opportunity, but you're going to have to let go of something to have that. So I don't know if there's a fear in making that shift to that career choice or if there's an insecurity there, but they're showing once you get over yourself, your blockages, your baggage, you do have an opportunity in the accounting, bookkeeping field. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so just keep working on yourself and get over your hang-ups. We all have them. And then follow your passion. And don't worry if you don't have, like one gal was worried about not having a degree. If it's your passion, Spirit is here to help you live your passion. And so just trust that. And then you get better at it as you keep working in it. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. It's 94.3 The X. Who's this?
Hi, yes, this is Judy.
Hey, Judy, what's your question for Marla?
I'm wanting to know about if I can expect any good things happening in my career in the next little while, because I'm reconsidering a move, and maybe a general reading if she has time.
Okay, let's look at that. Okay, all right. First, I pull the Taurus card. Are you a Taurus? Capricorn? Yes or no? Hello?
Hello?
Hi. Can you hear me okay?
Oh, I can now. Thank you.
Okay. Are you either a Taurus or a Capricorn?
No, I'm an Aries.
Okay. I'm pulling those two cards. That's why I asked. So you are in a transformation mode. You are in a change mode. Don't let it concern you or worry you. Whenever we're shifting and growing and changing, we can literally just feel like, I don't know who I am anymore. I don't know what I like anymore. And we can be really just worried, and we can be hard on ourselves. So be very positive that there is a change coming up. It is for your highest good. And if you don't really identify with who you thought you were, there's nothing wrong with you. It's just part of your shift. During this time, nurture yourself, take care of yourself, get massages, exercise, eat right, get plenty of sleep, do whatever feels right for you. You are coming out of a negative place, which is the Capricorn card known as the Devil card. You are coming out of that negative energy. You've learned a very important lesson recently. So congratulations, but you still may feel a little bit like a cat that just fell into a pool and it gets out and goes, holy crap, and it shakes itself.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's just what popped in my head.
That's a great visual right there.
You just got out of the
Sure
pool.
is.
You're a sweet little cat and you're like, holy crap, and you're shaking yourself off, and you're coming through it just fine. Be good. Go, take care of yourself. Get all dried off and do that good work. Happiness. The sun's coming. A change. You are going to be changing what you're doing. So you're not going to be doing the same thing again. And it is for your highest good to shift the job. Do you have an idea what you're heading towards? What you're thinking of, or you want me to just give you a timeline?
Well, I've applied for some jobs over the last few months, and it's coming to the point that I'm going for interviews, but now I have possible opportunities to move from where I'm located for one of the opportunities, and much in the same field, but so I'm just kind of like, oh, no, what do I do? Do I wait here, or do I move? What do I do?
Okay, if you weren't worried about the repercussions, I mean, if you weren't worried about all the what ifs, okay, take all the, oh my God, what do I do? What if I move? And if you just trusted that everything's going to fall into place, what does your gut tell you? Or do you know?
No, I don't know.
Okay. Then
changes from day to day.
Okay. Then you need to wait. Okay. It's okay to, apply out of state if you're interested. You can kind of do what I coach people on. You can say, okay, I'm going to do this unless you stop me. So you can apply for jobs out of state. If there's always a place you've wanted to move, like Oregon, or, I keep going west with you. But if you want to move somewhere, then apply and say, okay, if I get a response, then I'm going to, entertain this idea, and just work one day at a time. Choose something and say, is this for my highest good? Give me a sign. If not, then, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. But just kind of live in the moment. See what pops up each day. Don't go into all the what ifs, because that will scare the crap out of you. Okay? And just trust what you're getting. If you don't get a definitive answer when you take all your fears out and you still don't know, then you need to wait. If I gave you a timeline, it feels like you'll be in place by midsummer. So I know that feels like several months away, but it doesn't mean that you won't find a job and then move there, or find a job, interview. Sometimes sometimes it can take months to get a job because they put you through 2 or 3 interviews. So trust the process. It feels like you'll be in place by mid-July, if not sooner. Depends on you. Okay. And feel free to call back. If you do get an offer and it's out of state, call back and we can see if that's for your highest good.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right,
thank you,
thank
Judy.
you. It's 94.3 The X. We've got a couple more minutes. Lots of messages on Facebook that we got. I don't think we're going to get to all of them today because we just have a couple minutes. But I will get to, this is fake name, Cindy. She's just wanting a general reading, wanting to know what's going on in the next 6 months.
She's being very specific.
And she says she's a Pisces, if that helps.
So happy
lots of Pisces listen to the show. That's awesome.
Happy birthday, Pisces. You are in your month. And of course, you all know you have an eclipse in your sign this month. So there is change coming. Eclipses can happen to people who are not in a Pisces or Libra. It can happen to people like Molly and I, who are totally different signs. Depends on if the eclipse hits the numerical match to another planet. If it hits your ascending sign, or if it hits another planet at the same degree, which at this point it's 18 degrees Pisces. So if you have another planet at 18 degrees anywhere in your chart, it could affect you. So you'll need to look at your natal chart. Go to astro.com and you can do a free chart. Now let's look at Cindy, and she wanted to know what's coming in the next 6 months. Okay. She needs to surrender her ego. She needs to surrender to change. This is more of a personal thing. It could be relationship oriented, but it definitely is about letting go, paying attention to the signs she's getting. If I had to say, the gut feeling I'm getting is like there's a man that she is hanging on to, or a relationship that she has not let go of. She could have already been broken up, but she's still pining or angry about it. And if I'm wrong and she's still in the relationship, she needs to let it go. It's not good for her. It's futile. She's hanging in for the wrong reasons. And it feels to just be like there's a lot of insecurity going on there. It's just, there's something about her needing to step up, speak her truth, be more assertive, and then make a decision. It's almost sometimes we wait for the other person to, drop the shoe and make the decision for us, and she needs to make the decision for herself. And this feels to be relationship oriented. If I'm wrong, it's about career. She needs to make the decision for herself and not just sit around and wait for, a little walnut to hit her on the head, like Chicken Little.
Yeah.
Just be assertive.
All right. Be assertive. Awesome. Well, thank you, Marla, for coming on in.
Thank you.
And hopefully we'll have the mic fixed for next week. I don't know what's going on with that.
I don't either. I guess I need to start yelling more or something.
No, don't. It's our bad. But yeah, so you'll be in next Wednesday, every Wednesday, entire 8 o'clock hour. If people want to get in touch with you, how can they do so?
970-223-3457. That's my office line. It is not a cell phone, so you can't text me. Sorry. So you have to call direct and leave a message. My website is marlamitchell.com.
All right, awesome. We'll see you next week.
That moment when you remember there's a station that plays the kind of music that makes you feel good.
Okay. Now I get you. That's cool.